In today's video, I want to take a look at the second PlayStation Plus freebie for the month of June, possibly being leaked. It's looking very, very likely, and I want to say that June's freebies, all things considered, given the last few months have been a little bit of a disappointment, I think June is looking rather promising, although it might be another time where a lot of you guys already own both games, whatever that is. I'll go over that in just a second. A new roguelite hack-and-slash title has been announced for the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and just about every other platform. IGN is hosting the Summer of Gaming 2020 event, and I do want to take a look at that as well. The schedule is coming out and a lot of games will be there. So we'll talk that in just a little bit, but PlayStation Plus, the June freebies is something a lot of people are talking about. We already have Call of Duty World War II. That is live right now. If you have a Plus subscription, you can go and download that, but that leaves us questioning what is the second game gonna be. Well, it looks like it is going to be Star Wars Battlefront 2, should be the second PlayStation Plus game after COD World War II, and Sony is readying for the June lineup according to a pretty clear video ad leak. For the record, the game is currently sold for $19.99 on the PlayStation Store. And I know, mainly because Star Wars Battlefront 2 had such a horrible track record back in 2017, I believe, when it was released. A lot of you guys might be like, come on, Star Wars Battlefront 2, are you really going to be hyping up this game? However, a lot of you guys also might be aware that the game has gotten exponentially better than it was originally. I mean, you can make the argument it's not even the same game anymore. They've updated this game so much with so much free content that it is a considerably better game. And a lot of people and reviewers have actually gone back and re-reviewed the game because it is that much of an exponentially different game that it was worthwhile to go back and actually re-review the title because, again, it's so much different. What is a little bit questionable to me is the fact that they're going very high in on the online multiplayer game for the month of June, Call of Duty World War II and Star Wars Battlefront 2. I can actually see why they're doing it. Strategically, it makes a lot of sense. I don't know if Sony came at it from this rationale, but Days of Play, they're going to be promoting discounted PlayStation Plus subscription cards, while the idea of getting Call of Duty World War II and Star Wars Battlefront 2 to inherently online-focused multiplayer titles, I think that's going to sell a lot of people into subscribing to PlayStation Plus for a year. And if I had to rationalize this in any way, I do think from that standpoint, it does make a lot of sense. For someone like me, I mean, I already own both of these games, so it's not a big deal, but objectively assessing it for just typical subscribers, maybe it's a little bit of a bummer that these games both fill that same kind of online multiplayer shooter archetype. However, they are at the same time vastly different. Star Wars Battlefront 2 being a third-person shooter, Call of Duty World War II being a World War II first-person shooter. Both of the games, I would say, are pretty good. World War II, like I said, has a really good campaign, and Battlefront 2's multiplayer has quite a bit of depth. I mean, that wasn't initially the case, however, now it has really made strides in that regard. It is also a little bit of a bummer that we're seeing crossover in the subscription services. Like, if you have an EA Access subscription service and you're subscribed to that, and you also have PS Plus, which is likely, well, Battlefront 2 is a game you already had access to, so that is one issue with these subscription services. You're going to see a lot of crossover and games being available on a variety of different services. We've seen PlayStation Now titles also offered as PlayStation Plus freebies. I think they should do the best job that they can to separate those, so there's incentivizations of subscribing to all of the services, because a lot of people do have multiple services subscribed to. However, the value of that begins to mitigate when you do continue to offer free games that are available on a multitude of subscription services, and quote-unquote on the word free, you guys know what I mean. But overall, I would still say it's a pretty good showing and pretty good games for the month of June. Again, we've had to deal with a couple of lackluster months, so I think Battlefront 2 is a game that, again, if you have a couple friends that also have PS Plus, you can all jump in together, have a really good time with that, and I think that game's player base is going to see quite a bit of a spike, because I think people are going to go back to Battlefront 2 and realize it's a much different game, because the game still gets memed on quite a bit just because it was such a train wreck of a launch. I mean, you look at games and how poorly they were promoted. Battlefront 2 in 2017, Battlefield 5 in 2018, EA just did a number on those games. Hell, you can look at Titanfall 2, I believe that was in 2016, so like, man, EA, get your stuff together and start promoting these games a little bit better, because the games sometimes are really good, but you are not doing them any favors with a lot of the promotional material and things of that nature. Battlefield 5 ultimately turned out to be a pretty good game. Titanfall 2 was excellent, and Battlefront 2 is now really good. There were 3 really good games that were handled very poorly from a promotional and marketing standpoint from EA that did detrimental damage to those games. I mean, you can look at sales numbers for all 3 of those aforementioned games, and they were a lot weaker than what they should have been, and it really came down to a marketing and promotional stance. But Titanfall 2 was a little bit different because that was really them being dumb and releasing the game right around the same time as their own juggernaut FPS and a bunch of other FPSs. But Battlefront 2 and Battlefield 5, that was completely on them. Whatever that is, Battlefront 2 looks to be the second PS Plus title, and alongside World War II, I think that is a significant improvement over the last few months and the games we've been getting. Alright, moving on from that, the roguelite hack-and-slash game in Skeletal Avenger has been announced for PS5, Series X, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. It is due out in late 2020. 10 Tons has announced roguelite hack-and-slash title Skeletal Avenger for all major platforms. It will launch in late 2020. An overview of the game is posted on the Steam page, which is live right now. And it notes Skeletal Avenger is a fast-paced, ultra-responsive hack-and-slash action with a massive weapon arsenal and decapitating special moves. Avenge 1,000 wrongs in a reverse roguelite where the Skeletal Avengers ascend from the depths to extract vengeance. Kind of an interesting take on the roguelite formula. The game notes fast-paced, ultra-responsive hack-and-slash action, decapitate yourself to do special attacks, your hat determines the effect, reverse roguelite, ascend from the depths, and exact revenge, endless amount of quests to complete, each one ending in sweet revenge, gain rewards and equip your Avengers with increasingly powerful gear, single-player and 2 to 4 player local co-op. Key features include head fist first into revenge, decapitate yourself and unleash devastating special attacks, complete quests to expand your arsenal and become an undead machine of revenge, fight for your unlife, fast-paced, ultra-responsive hack-and-slash gameplay with a number of weapons including swords, spears, hammers, daggers, and more. Reanimate Avengers yearning for revenge. Each Avenger has a unique grudge to settle. You'll make sure the dish is served cold. Steer your Avenger through unique procedurally generated challenges with endless variety, and then you can expand your arsenal as well. Complete revenges to gain new tools which make you more powerful. New weapons, headgear, armor, and boots will grant you new perks and fantastic tools of destruction. I know the roguelike genre is one that has seen so many game releases, however, from a presentation standpoint, a visual standpoint, and just the various gameplay elements of the game, Skeletal Avenger is trying something a little bit unique. It definitely does not have an old school, pixel graphic art style, which a lot of them go for, and a lot of them do look really good, but it is a little bit redundant with a lot of the roguelites going for that visual style. Hey, it ends up turning really good more often than not. But a little bit of variety is good, and Skeletal Avenger will offer you that. Again, if you don't want it on PS5, it will be available on PS4 and just about every other major platform. The Switch, PC, X1, Xbox Series X, so it will be dropping in late 2020. And lastly, do want to give you guys some insight into IGN Summer of Gaming 2020. That is set for June 4th until the 24th. Schedule has been announced, and of course, with no E3 this year, a lot of avenues are taking place of game reveals in other ways, and honestly, this summer I feel like is going to be even more exciting than a typical E3 summer, just because E3 is 1 or 2 weeks, and then the rest of the summer, more often than not, is really dead, and that's always a little bit unfortunate. However, there are going to be a lot of events going on. IGN has announced the full schedule for its Summer Gaming 2020 virtual event, which will run from June 4th until the 24th. You'll be able to watch it on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and IGN.com. The 3 weeks of exclusive programming and gameplay world premieres includes debuts from anticipated titles such as Samurai Jack Battle Through Time, Wasteland 3, Mortal Shell, New World, Core Punk, Scarlet Nexus, and Mafia Definitive Edition. A new trailer for the English version of 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim will also debut. So those are some heavy hitters, and those are only the games that we know about, but games like New World, Core Punk, Scarlet Nexus is a game that I know a lot of you guys are now incredibly excited for. Mafia Definitive Edition, 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim finally coming back from the dead over here in the West. We haven't heard about that for so long, and a lot of reveals are going to be happening. Gameplay demos, unannounced classic revival from Merge Games, exclusive game revealed, an unannounced game from Fabraz, exclusive game reveal, Chivalry 2, Dual Universe, Pathfinder Kingmaker, Second Extinction, Wasteland 3, 13. I totally forgot about 13. Oh my god, I totally forgot that that game was being remade. That's how much stuff is going on in gaming right now, but 13 being remade is something I want to see more of. That game was awesome back in the day. Forgotten City from Modern Storyteller, exclusive trailer reveal, Remnant from the Ashes gameplay, an interview with Gunfire Games. Who knows, maybe we're gonna see more DLC being announced for that title. Trailers for 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, of course, from Sega and Atlas, Everspace 2, Guilty Gear Strive, which is unfortunately delayed, but that game should be rather good as well. Humble Bundle Indie Showcase, which they have been promoting and publishing some great games, including Temtown. It'd be awesome if we saw a PlayStation release for that. Stronghold Warlords, Everspace 2, Iron Oath from a Humble Bundle, exclusive reveal trailer. New World, which is from Amazon Game Studios, Skater XL, Total War Troy, Yakuza Like a Dragon, Blue Fire, Humankind from Sega, another big Sega title there, and a lot of other games are gonna be there. Destroy All Humans, Scarlet Nexus, SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom, Torchlight 3, Chris Avallone, writer of Fallout New Vegas and Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, discusses the magic ingredients in a great RPG. John Romero's gonna be there, creator of Doom, and more reveals are gonna be there, so it's gonna be a packed lineup of showcases and games from June 4th until the 24th. But that's gonna conclude this video. Again, Battlefront 2 looks to be leaked as the second PS Plus game for June. Roguelite hack and slash Skeletal Avenger will be coming in late 2020, and IGN Summer of Gaming 2020 is set for June 4th until the 24th. That's gonna conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.